Hello and welcome to the second game of the group stages for the RedBull Esports Champions League, and we will see which one of these two teams will take the best of one, because that's what it's all about, best of ones in the group stages, and then playoffs starting on the 13th of July. It's gonna be 3 days of group stages, and we're only in the second match. As you might notice, there are a bit of delays in the schedule. Of course, the schedule is public on, for example, Ghost to Gamers, and it is a LAN event, so schedules are gonna run late. You know what I mean. It means that we have the second game of today. It means also that regardless of how many delays there are, you're not gonna miss any of the games because there's not gonna be any overlap. There's 10 computers for the players, and only when a game gets played and after it's done, we're switching around and the teams will be handing over the computers to the next matchup, which after this one, by the way, will be Orange versus IG. So we've got Vici Gaming versus Royal. For me, I'm a bit new to Royal Love, apparently. So we're gonna see if they can take a game off Vici. Of course, Vici, a team that we know. Vici, a team that has got one of course, the star players. Kind of huge star players, actually, at the moment. Of course, the legends that SMJ is in there, but we also have CTY on the captain's role. One of the, well, probably one of the new and upcomer solo mids that is really one to watch out for. You can't underestimate him. He is called the Artesia of the East in Western circles, that is. And we'll see if he can make his name true again today, as we have got ourselves, of course, a lot faster draft than we had in the previous matchup. Both teams not using any of their bonus time so far. We've got ourselves a Bad Rider and a Wisp getting banned out, no surprise in those two. The Lifestealer and the Naga Siren were the other two bans in the first banning stage, and Royal going for the Nyx Assassin and the Queen of Pain. And I like this pickup from the Queen of Pain, because if you know that you're gonna be up in the solo mid, up against CTY, you wanna be having a hero that you know is gonna be having an easier time than other heroes. So Queen of Pain rarely loses mids. She might not win them all, but she rarely loses them. So that's going to be a good pickup for Royal already. We've got Vici though. They go for control. They go for Visage as well as a Darkseer. Having themselves a support and an offlaner. We are going to see an OD, Gyrocopter, Nature's Prophet, and Clockwork getting banned out. So that's two offlanes banned out for Vici. I mean, they already got theirs. Hey, I am sorry for the chat. I didn't mean to insult CTY or TZ at that point. I said in Western circles, he's named the Artesia of the West. Of the East, rather. I have still yet to see Artesia living up to CTY, but I think a lot of people have that, of course. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's all that matters. It's cool. We'll see what Royal goes for next. For the first time, they actually went to the bonus time for their pick on the Windrunner. But they do pick up the Windrunner, so a very safe pick. Can often not go wrong with the Windrunner. Offers survivability, sustainability, as well as, of course, brilliant shackles if you have the skill. We're gonna see Windrunner probably on the offlane. Leshrek is gonna be another support going the way of Royal, and they now only miss a carry. A carry is something that Vici already has, because they managed to secure themselves an Alchemist who made it all the way through to the second picking phase. Was the first pick that Vici went for. I kind of like ZSMJ for his results in the past. But he is still a farmer at heart, so he'll farm, and he'll probably not be all that active in the game. So Alchemist, gonna be probably on the safe lane, supported by a Visage, just need another secondary support or a solo mid. But Vici is not really in need to pick up a solo mid, because, I mean, they already know that Royal has one. And the only reason they would pick one up right now is because they would be afraid it's gonna get banned out in the next banning phase. So the question is, do you want to surprise your opponent with your last pick, or do you want to play it safe? But they want a surprise, so they're going to be picking up the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden is support that we have seen a little bit more of lately, I have to say. I'm not really a big fan of her role in games. I mean, I like her on aggressive tri lanes because she can do a lot of nukes, but she's very squishy, so she can't really get away fast enough. I like her against aggressive tri lanes, mostly. Having a Crystal Maiden on a try versus try, where the Crystal Maiden is actually on the safe lane, gives you a lot of counter initiation, gives you a lot of shutdown, a bit of a save, a bit of a slow, and offers just massive potential to your team. And I'm hoping that Royal Love is going to run for an aggressive tri lane so we can see Crystal Maid in that role. So we see exactly why that is such a nice hero to have. And of course, also able to land a lot of nukes to give Visage those soul assumptions. Visage. Those soul assumption charges. Again, a hero that is very strong in counter initiation. And we're gonna see Royal picking up their last hero. Will be a disruptor. And this puts it in a bit of a different mindset than I thought it was. I mean, they're not planning on making this a very long game at all. They are gonna try to end it early. They don't opt to go for any kind of hard late game carry. So this is VC, knowing of course what they're up against, and maybe having a bit of a time limit to at least, you know, get to that late game faster, get that Alchemist farmed up faster. So let's see who is playing what here on the Dire side. We have Royal here. It will be Yim playing the Queen of Pain, making his way over to the top lane. Will probably be taking on the farming role, leaving the Nyx Assassin mid, but we'll see. 5400 will be on the Disruptor, playing a support role there, no surprise. And it will be the Windrunner, played by Vici. Looking to go for the mid lane actually. And this is going to be a mid lane Windrunner going for a fast bottle by the looks of it. It's got a nice and nuxy hair, I like that. Nyx Assassin though, played by SN. He is going to be mid, and that means Windrunner. Kind of surprised for her not picking up any extra gold. Any extra items. Will be Hansi on the Leshrac. And we'll see where everybody is going. So take a look at VC Gaming on the side of the Radiant. ZSMJ playing the Alchemist. No surprise there. Fenrir on the Crystal Main with FY playing the Visage. In the mid lane. Surprise! CTY playing the Magnus. Was the last pickup. He got pulled quite a bit of regen here. Quite nice for him. Magnus, one of those heroes that when level 6 will be able to make things happen. And of course, if you're going to be up against a team that wants to end it early, what better way than to stop them from going all 5 men on you than by having the threat of an RP on your side. On the other side, he's easy to shut down in the mid lane. He does have an escape, but I mean in terms of farm, if there's going to be some support rotations, which we can expect. We already see an invisibility rune up on Leshrac here. But then it's going to be CTY in some trouble. And he didn't go for the Skewer first. There they go. Let's see what they can do. There comes an Impale Split Earth as well. Do quite a bit of damage. Is it going to be enough? Is the question. Is it going to be a bit of a block? No, it's just right clicks. And that's not going to be a kill. But it does award for one salve already getting used here. And last one for PC Gaming is 2-2 playing the Darkseer. That was of course the one that I didn't introduce just yet. It looks like CTY will be just fine here in this middle lane. Hansi probably should try to rotate soon again, because now he's only taking experience from the Nyx Assassin. And CTY is going to be happy with this. I mean, he is still getting the same amount of experience, obviously. But he is going to level faster than the Nyx Assassin is. That means that he doesn't have to worry about a Nyx Assassin being level 6 when he is not level 6 yet. Harassment is quite heavy on the side though. But they have to actually get kills if they want to make this dual lane work. It looks like we're going to see the bottom lane completely open. Windrunner is actually jungling. Taking down small camps. And gets the bottle for her right now. We still went for that fast bottle. I mean, I guess that's the obvious thing if you leave your so much gold in the start. But what's she going to do with it? How is she going to get up her farm? How is she going to play that big mid-roll hero that we know that Windrunners can be, and that she needs to be for Royal in this game as well, because I mean they can't make it to late game. Late game, ZSMJ will own them, depending on how far ahead Royal can get themselves beforehand. Royal having Yim farming here 6-2 so far on this top lane, up against the Darkseer 2-2 who's sitting on 7-0, so a dual lane versus a solo lane, but the solo lane still getting more out of it than the dual lane is getting. In the meantime, of course, the highest farmer on the map is LSMJ, and there's no reason for him not to go for Grieful's Greed, so he specs it up and he will be getting ahead on farm. Of course, that's the normal way to go for an Alchemist. He does normally is the one to get ahead on farm purely by the way that his skills work. But
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is a very scary thought for Royal. They are fighting against the clock right now. And for VC, things are going well. The question is, when does Royal want to go for rotations? When do they want to try to make things happen on the map and try to either shut down the Alchemist or create advantages elsewhere that will allow them to get ahead in the entire game? C2Y sitting on 8 for 0 has got a bottle up double damage rune as well. 13 for 6 on SN on this Nyx Assassin. In terms of levels though, like I said, CTY getting a bit of ahead, even though he gets harassed a bit away from experience range as well. And there are 6 denies of course on the Nyx Assassin. It's still not bad. Still not bad at all. Hello supports. Since they're not needed bottom. This is gonna be an attempt to go on CTY. Nova comes in though. Magnus, trouble, lightning going through is not going to be enough, and they go on SN. Is it going to be enough? The slow is there, the soul assumption, and the right click, and he gets him. FY takes first blood. In the mid lane, CTY playing perfect bait. And gets himself a salve while he's at it. First blood going the way of FY. I think he's going to be really happy with that. He's got 800 gold right now. And a bit of extra experience from that kill as well. I mean, CTY is still very low, but you know, he doesn't die. Doesn't die at all. Nice timing coming off from the supports. And that's one of the downsides of leaving your, like, one of the many downsides of leaving one lane completely open. I mean, you know that there's an alchemist farming, and you're gonna see him all the time. And the supports, we will see them rotating in and out because often they'll try to stack and pull. That's simple, that's logical, but it also means that you don't have any wards in your enemy jungle, so you don't know for a fact if they are indeed stacking and pulling. They could be behind your tier 1 tower if they wanted to. Invisibility rune, center wards got down low, there goes an impale, Splitter, gonna follow up as well, but it's gonna miss. Skewer was there, Spike Carap is still doing a little bit of harassment, but it doesn't matter. Nice reaction time for CTY, and a bit too slow reaction time from Hansi, to be fair. He could have gotten that split earth off without having the skewer being there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
In the meantime, the push on VC Gaming here on the bottom lane. They already got FY hanging back. In case someone comes in, they're gonna try to look for a pickoff. Face boots up on the Alchemist, allows for him to chase. Oh, Windrunner finds himself FY. Doesn't have a shackle shot though. He's level 3. It's a questionable decision to let the Windrunner jungle. Of course, she does get a bit of extra farm maybe out of it, but level-wise, I don't know. Though on the other side, if you really want to be up against a Crystal Maiden, a Visage, and an Alchemist, you probably would have died before the first blood happened already. "17 last hits up on CTY. We've got SN sitting on 24, and he's gonna get chased down by a Haste Rune Darkseer. And actually, in comes CTY. Impale goes off though. This might be trouble for CTY, and he indeed is the one to go down. Spike Carapace gonna try to stun off the Darkseer for a little bit. Soul Assumption not gonna do enough, but there it is. 2-2 with a kill as well, but CTY dying for it. Not really worth it, and not really needed either. I think that was slightly overextension from him. I think 2-2 would have gotten it anyway with the Haste Rune that he had. But FY, he's gonna be happy that CTY is dead for a second, so he can get some extra farm. Leshrac, trouble, Leshrac, gonna go down. There we go, still lands a Split Earth. Gonna allow Yim to pick up the Darkseer, in comes... Or, no, in comes CTY, that is. Yim not gonna follow up. CTY has got himself an RP as well. But with, of course, the changes to RP, you can't really hope to get a solo kill up on the Queen of Pain. You don't do the damage anymore that you used to, and you will be able to blink away afterwards, and you end up just wasting an RP. So you need to have a bit of support if they want to try to continue going. 45 for 10 for the Alchemist in the meantime. If you compare that to the safe lane farming Yim, I mean, he does pick up a kill in the mid lane, of course, but he is 32 to 11. Not even close to catching up. On top of that, it's an Alchemist, so his last hits mean more. CTY in some trouble, gets himself impaled, Split Earth, lightninged, and goes down. Vendetta being used for that as well. So that's the first Vendetta. Pretty good use. CTY goes down. Courier still hanging around. A couple of wards. Saving them for FY, most likely, I would think. No. Nah, just hanging around. It's cool. He's having a fun time. TP incoming from the Magnus. Has got that RP. Maybe looking for some action. Not sure if it's gonna be enough. In the meantime, top lane. It's gonna be having a kinetic field with a sonic wave. Cleaning out the Darkseer. You can surge all you want, but that kinetic field is not gonna keep you safe for very much longer. And that's Trez for Yim. And they're keeping it even so far. I mean, 3 to 4. Gold graph going the way of VC, of course, courtesy of Alchemist. Experience graph going the way of Royal, courtesy of Kills. The thing is, Royal, with their lineup, they should be getting ahead around this point. They should be trying to make things happen and not trade, but just get ahead, because late game they don't have. And they're gonna try it. Vendetta being used. They're gonna go for the Alchemist. Chemical Rage is already up and he smells something's up. Smells something's wrong. People are missing from the map for way too long. Runs himself towards his tier 1 tower. Will be safe. And actually has got some supports rotating for him as well. Visage will be able to scout out Nyx Assassin soon because his Vendetta is about to end.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's just War scouting him out. So this is ZSMJ knowing that he was right. He can trust on his intuition and his map awareness. And of course, he can be happy that he can continue farming because what's the Windrunner gonna do? Level 1 Shackle is not gonna be enough to take him down. Provide a win of opportunity to take him down, that is. TTY not using his RP just yet. I mean, VC Gaming, they are in a position where they are okay with having a bit of a slower game. RP! Skewer towards the tower, in comes FY. And that's gonna be a kill. Soul Assumption gonna be hit up on the Shrek instead. I was gonna say, he didn't even need to use the Soul Assumption charges to get the Nyx Assassin. But he'll send them towards the Shrek. That's 2 pickoffs. And I was just saying, like, VC Gaming, they don't need to be aggressive because they got late game. But hey, why wait, right? If you can get some kills, why not? You get some towers, get some map control. 1300 gold up on CTY, can get himself some mana boots if he wants to. He goes towards the Windrunner first, but Windrunner picks up a haste rune. He can't get the rune anymore. Has to get the courier to get the bottle back. And it's already getting towards him. In the meantime, Tutu on the top lane. I know, that's a funny name. But he's doing okay. He died twice, obviously. Not all too good, but he's having a soul ring. He's keeping the lane pushed out, doing his job. And of course, he's making last hitting, or he has made last hitting for the Queen of Pain a bit more tough than it otherwise would for last hitting on the tower. A rotation coming in from VC, going towards the bottom lane. Maybe helping to get ZSMJ a kill here. In comes Nyx Assassin though with a Vendetta. Let's see what they can do. I'm not sure if they have enough damage. I mean, this is a level 8 Alchemist that has Chemical Rage on. Power Shot will be there. It might be enough. The Shackle doesn't latch. Might offer some opportunity for more hits though. But he will be safe. And in comes the Cavalry. 5,400 will be laying down. Aesthetic Storm will end up going down. But as does the Visit, so at least he gets one in return for that one. CTY gets chased down. Nice Visit just done. But Yim gonna chase it down regardless. Land a Scream, realizing he shouldn't be here. Walks back again. That was Crystal Main still going down. Hansi just running him down. And able to do the damage. So in the end, 2-for-1 trade. Going the way of Royal, by the way, making it 6-6. So the trade favorable for Royal. But as I said earlier, you can't really afford to trade right now. You need to get ahead. And they don't kill the Alchemist, which is of course what it started it all. Alchemist has got 2,900 gold. I'm curious to see what he goes for first. Really depends on what kind of role he wants to play. How aggressive he is planning to be. And how safe he wants to be with the farm as well. Of course, old school build would be Radiance. Wouldn't be surprised to see that actually, but no, it's a Shadow Blade. The aggressive way. Off the bat. As a complete. Windrunner in the meantime going for the mechanism for his team. I mean, he's finally able to sit a bit on the lane. In terms of net worth, actually, he is still second highest of our team. Here. Is this me or is this the server is the question. Let me check that out for a second. Think that was me. Should be solved in a second. Well, I think I should be still here. You can still hear me, right? I'm still streaming. There we go. That's gonna be CTY screwing himself out just in time. Static Storm going down a second too late. And we are back in this. And I think... Let me check for a second if the stream is back up as well. Or if the stream is working as intended. Looks like it is. Looks like it is. Yes, it is.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 1 tower in the meantime on the bottom lane getting taken down. And yes, we see the kill score sitting at 0-0, but that is because of the disconnect that happens. Vici TP mid, not able to get a kill here though, unless he could turn back and maybe they can make something happen. They do have the RP up still. CTY going for a Blink Dagger, of course. No real surprise, standard item build for a Magnus. Mechanism already complete up on 2-2. And they've got the kills and deaths and assists up there because that 0-0 is obviously not right. Oh, then comes SMJ. Glimpse back on him though, but Jim blinking himself out. It's gonna be in time. 2-2, stuck for a second. In comes the Nyx Assassin looking for a Vendetta hit. But he needs to have some backup. He can't do it by himself. And his team is backing up. Unless, oh no, he wants to throw out his Sonic Wave. In comes the Sonic Wave and that's a kill for Yim. Nicely done. And all of a sudden it's 0-7. It's not true, of course. Stun on ZSMJ himself. In the meantime, CTY got harassed in the mid lane. Didn't end up going down, got quite low.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The tier 1 tower gonna get taken down by Royal.
Are fortified.
Fortification, maybe allowing for the deny of VG Gaming, but nope, they don't get it.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
There goes a stun. It's gonna be up, and there is, oh, nice shackle, no RP just yet, and it's gonna be only the Disruptor that dies. He still glimpses ZSMJ away. Royal should be able to retreat from this one. Big arrow being drawn by Yim towards the bottom lane. They'll lose the tier 1 tower, but it looks like they're okay with that right now. Split Earth and Stun landing at the same time. ZSMJ rotating bottom. The 7-7. That looks a lot more like it should be. 0-7.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of worried for Royal here. They do take down tower after tower, so that's the second tower that goes down in a small period of time, so gives a bit of an extra gold boost to Royal right here, but they're still on this lineup that doesn't have a very hard carry, and then it's all about control, and it's all about ending the game earlier than, or ending the game before Alchemist is too fat to deal with. Like at some point he is going to be having an Assault Cuirass. And how are you then going to take him down? Where is your damage going to come from? Smoke up for VC. Let's see what they can make it happen with, what they can make happen with that. They do have an RP up on the Magnus. And the Blink as well. There we go. Gets the Windrunner. No RP needed for this one. The slow is going to be there. And that should be Windrunner dead. Frostbite helping out. 4 versus 1. Not very even fight, but good pickups for VC. Wow, smoke after smoke. Another smoke goes down. They go behind the tier 1, perhaps? No. CTY just jumps himself forward. Really wants to get this Leshrac. Pops the Illusion Rune, and that's gonna be Hansi dead. Nice Split Earth still, though, but not enough to save his life. Yim. Oh, there's an RP. He gets RP'd. Skewered down towards his tower, but his tower is no longer there, and neither is he. He gets dropped. VC double kill for FY. And a nice Visage stun up on 5,400, but he'll be able to run himself out of here. But this is VC Gaming. 4 people mid. Picking people off one by one. Control all the way. And Royal not creating a big enough advantage so far to deal with this aggression. And normally you'd think like, okay, it's okay because they have got this and this hero and they've got late game. That's not the case. This is their prime time. This is the time where a Queen of Pain, a Windrunner, or Nyx Assassin should shine, should be at their prime time. But they are not able to get a foot in the door, and in the meantime, ZSMJ farming like a beast. 2600 gold in his inventory, 8.5k gold up on net worth, and that is 3k higher than the highest up on Royal, which is Queen of Pain, who is building a BKB, by the way, which is of course a brilliant item. I mean, don't get me wrong, BKB awesome, but BKB also very defensive. And it doesn't offer you any extra damage. Whoa, Skewer. Nice by Carapace. Will it be enough though? Nope, it won't be. Next assassin goes down. In comes Jim. Can he get something in return here? No, he cannot. Gets a soul assumption for his troubles. Kalim's back for CTY. They want to try and take him. The Scream is there and the Sonic Wave as well. CTY getting shackled on a power shot from the low ground from the other side. He gets himself the kill. Kinetic Field Static Storm not getting FY, but the damage might be enough to take him down. Will there be another power shot? There, Windrunner getting stunned up. In comes ZSMJ. Windrunner trouble. Windrunner on his way out. Queen of Pain should be able to blink herself out still. Goes for it. Still gets the last hit, but is able to disjoint it. Vacuum back in. Mechanism helps keep Royal up for a little while longer. Leshrac will end up going down. The rest is able to back off. Nyx Assassin, I don't think you should be going here. SN has got the Vendetta up, but the Sentry Ward is there. And the moment that he shows himself, he's gonna get frostbitten, and he is gonna die. And it's a fight taken by VC Gaming again. I mean, a bit of a trade. CTY still, of course, died there, but it's still not something that you can afford at this time. I keep saying it. I know I'm like a record that's broken, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
it's just so sad. Like, you have got this lineup, right? And you want to go for mid game, but then if it doesn't work and you don't have any backup plans, what are you gonna do then? BKB activated by ZSMJ, looking for a target, looking for a stun, gets it up on Hansi. Hansi will get dropped down already. Nice impale, but the frostbite still there upon the Nyx Assassin, and they don't have the follow-up damage to even take down the Crystal Maiden. There goes the blink and RP up on 3, Skewer down to the rest of his team, and that's gonna be Nyx already down. Nice static field still coming off, but it doesn't matter. Disruptor dies, stun up on Yim, who will be able to blink himself away unless he dies beforehand, which is indeed the case. Triple kill for FY, 4 dead on the side of Royal. And the only one left alive is Zausi, the Windrunner. And what's he gonna do by himself? Nothing whatsoever. VC Gaming walking up high ground, going for the tier 3 tower.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Fortification there, trying to delay it, trying to buy some time for Royal to fight back. Split Earth up on CTY. They know that there's no RP at least. Nice shackle. They will trade to take down here the Magnus. Do get him. Mechanism keeps the rest of VC up though, and they might continue fighting this. Vacuum there. That's gonna be Nyx already dead. Buys back. Wants to be back in this fight. Hansi tries to run. Gets a nice split Earth up on 2, but goes down anyway. Double kill for FY. In the meantime, Sonic Wave is already burned. We have got 2 dead on the side of VC, but ZSMJ is just pounding up on 5,400. Gets him down as well. 1,900 gold in his inventory. And then, I mean, VC, they do get forced away. Crystal Main goes down as well, but they get some buybacks. And this is costing a lot of effort for Royal, and it's only gonna get worse. They haven't been able to kill off the Alchemist yet. And he's been in 9 out of the 10 kills. How are they planning to take him down later on? And if you're asking me, like, what does Royal need to do to still get back into this game? And I say back into this game because right now they're kind of out of this game. They're 1,200 gold behind. Experience graph is going towards the 8k, and their lineup isn't really allowing for such deficits. But what they do have is ganking potential. You've got a Queen of Pain, a lot of burst damage on her. You've got a Nyx Assassin with a Vendetta, almost Vendetta level 2. That will make a difference. And you've got VC that's not trying to push, and is of course in a position where they're feeling very safe, where they're feeling very confident. And that, of course, is one thing that Royal can use against them, because it means that they won't be all too worried about getting ganked. And that might offer some opportunities for Royal to take him down. Crystal Main is able to TP out. That would of course been a nice pick off there, but well, she decided she wanted to be on the top lane. And goes there. Goes for some warding. And we see that Royal, they want a gank. They can't find it just yet. And maybe some more different placed wards would help them out better. I mean, they still got the rune wards, rune spawns covered on the bottom and on the top. But right now, some wards in their jungle to see where everybody of VC is. Wouldn't be too bad, as everybody of VC is actually inside that dire jungle. There goes one of the familiars. No familiars re-summon up just yet. VC though, not been getting forced out. Tier 2 tower is what they want. Question is, does Royal want to fight? Looks like they do. Lightning trying to push the lane out. Scream there as well. There's a double damage up on Yin. ZSMJ feeling quite confident. He's got himself a Hyperstone since last time. Sky Carapace, Mana Burn, Split Earth. ZSMJ taking a ton of damage here. And he will try to run away and will get burned down by the Sonic Wave from Yim. That's going to be the first one down. ZSMJ also going down. No RP successfully for him. And that's 3 dead on the side of Vici. And this will be the 4th death. No TP out for him. Gets interrupted by the Shackle. Is able to take himself a Disruptor with him though. And that's nice. Beyond godlike for when he dies. Does give some extra gold to the Nyx Assassin who got the last hit. But it's a 1-for-4 trade. Royal, they take it back. And they defend their tier 2 tower. And some familiars getting picked up here as well. 100 gold going to the Windrunner. Brilliant fight coming off from Royal. And a bit of too aggressive play from VC, or not really aggressive. I mean, they had the right to be aggressive, I think, considering the way they were ahead, but just standing there, hitting things. Alchemist, he never had the chance to pop his BKB. He got stunned and stunned and stunned, popped the Shadow Blade, and then died. Got Sonic Waved. No BKB, because you die. ZSMJ, the first time that he died, and I was just saying, like, he hasn't died yet, and the few Confido and all that stuff. Royal, though, taking it back, and with this, buying more time for themselves to try and find more pickoffs and to try and get ahead. Try and give themselves a chance, basically. So they do take the gold graph back. I think it's going to be clearer on the experience graph. Look at that. That's going to be quite the drop down. Oh, stunning up. Charging up. The unstable concoction goes for Hansi. There comes the stun. He's not going to chase it down though, or is he? Should be a bit careful there. In comes Tutu. Goes for vacuum. That's going to be enough with the birds helping out. The Shrek already dead. 5,400. Tries to run. Will be able to do so. In the meantime, the tier 2 tower is going to get pounded on. Can Royal do it again is the question. 19 seconds for another Sonic Wave. They do need that extra burst damage. Two people sitting on. Well, they don't know how close they are to each other. That's fun. BKBs get turned on. Shackle does ledge. Here comes an RP up on 2, and both are already dead. Nice Sonic Wave coming off on Yin, but what good does it do when 4 people are already dead? First 3 just picked off. And the Shrek was still dead from the gank, or not really a gank if you come from the front, but from the kill earlier on. And now VC look to go high ground, and they can. They can. Waiting for the creep wave is what they're doing right now. Hansi still hanging around there. We still have Yim as well, but he doesn't have a Sonic Wave. Does still have his BKB. Gets a Frostbite. A Skewer needs to turn on his BKB and flee. Blinks himself out first. Gets his Shockwave. There is the BKB. Dodges the stun, but Shrek already going down. That was just FY. Getting another killing spree after being beyond godlike just a moment before. Look at this FY, by the way. He's been in 23 out of the 25 kills. He's got 16 kills for himself. He's got an Aghanims, building towards a 4-staff most likely. And this is one very scary visage. And that's a 4-staff ready. Because he can. 2,900 gold up on the Magnus. Let's see what he goes for. We know refreshers are quite popular, but then again, might just want to go for that BKB, because with the BKB, what damage is Royal gonna do to him? No Sonic Wave, no Split Earth, no lightnings, no power shots, no static storms, no glimpses. BKB is the one. And that might be the best option to go for here. Queen of Pain, 2,700 gold though. And she is... Like, if you want to have a lineup that goes later on with Royal, you need to have your Queen of Pain turning into a bit of a semi-carry. So she needs a bit of damage items. Together with the Windrunner. She needs the same. We're here. Finishing up the Assault Cuirass up on ZSMJ. On the bottom lane, the push is already on. Just with FY, the Darkseer, and Fenrir's Crystal Maiden. Just trying to keep the lane pushed out. Successfully so. In the meantime, Royal, afraid to leave the vicinity of one another. I mean, if a fight breaks out, they can't afford to lose it. Losing it might be high ground for VC. Though, of course, I mean, this might be meaning high ground for VC as well. Roshan. Might want to have some wards up here, Royal, because they don't have any wards up apart from this one in their jungle. And a central ward up the high ground. Disruptor, I mean, it's kind of risky to go out for Disruptor by himself right now to start looking for that ward positioning. Almost everybody on VC Gaming can take him down. He's level 11 though. He's got a level 2 Static Storm. Pretty nice. Look at those birds doing quite a bit of damage to the Windrunner, who already used their mechanism to get back up. Let's see how many birds they can pick up. Never mind, they get resummoned. FY doesn't want to risk giving gold away at this stage. I don't blame him. Nice big Ancient Sack on the way, ZSMJ. They're playing it safe. Quite a shame though. I feel that they are more ahead than they are playing like. But we saw the same thing coming off from IG in the previous game. Just being very far ahead. But wanted to make sure that they can get it done without losing too many heroes. And Royal again. Same thing that I said before. They need to find pickoffs, and of course pickoffs, by getting those, they'll also delay pushes coming out to VC, from VC. Blink Dagger up on the next assassin might allow for more aggression, more aggressive initiations, better positioned impales. The tier 2 tower goes down, it's the last one. The last one to drop. Smoke up for Royal. They don't want to let VC into their base. Familiar scouting out. VC, the question is, do they want to go up? Getting surprised, or do they want to just continue farming? So the SMJ wants to continue farming. No surprise there. No surprise at all. He's already got 3,300 gold again. I mean, they're just increasing their advantages right now and choking Royal, because forcing them in their base while they can't get any farm is hurting them a lot right now. Got a Hex being built up by the Queen of Pain. Started off with the Ultimate Orb. And is it Roshan? This is Roshan. Royal does have managed to place the ward up here though, so they'll see this. And they also saw the invisibility room getting picked up by CTY, or getting activated rather. Central ward is already down there. The Aegis is already picked up. Royal, you better back off. CTY is looking for an RP. Spike Carapace goes on. They see him. They go for him. And they kill him off before he can do anything. Tutu comes in as well though. Turns on his BKB. Darkseer roll goes down. BKBs all around. Nice. Unstable concoction up onto. Windrunner goes down. Or Shrek goes down. Windrunner already picked up. Bot back. But his team is already dead by the time he gets back. Yim has to blink himself away. He was the last one to stay alive. The only one that didn't die here. Lands a stun still. 4-star forward. VC. ZSMJ wants to take him down. Another 4-star forward. Royal, they keep their Windrunner. They keep their Queen of Pain. But they might lose their racks. They might lose their base. Shackle doesn't latch. Power shot doing some damage. Tutu actually taking quite a bit of damage here. And the mechanism again in 5 seconds. And looks to be able to be just fine. Tier 3 tower already dead. Creep wave gonna get picked off. Shackle still doesn't latch. And they actually
Dire's bottom
let the
tower
base
is
go.
under attack.
VC. 33 minutes in. 25k gold ahead. 20k experience ahead. And they're playing it safe. $3,300 gold up on the Vici goes for a Mystic Staff. Hex on the way, I would guess. So the Vice. And the Bash already up on ZSMJ. They're waiting for the next creep wave. Still have that Aegis. Want to use it. Royal is do it or die. Split Earth still hasn't turned on his BKB. Gets a mana burn. Just goes for Rax. Kinetic Field, gonna lock in ZSMJ, but I don't think he cares because he wanted to be here anyway. And that's gonna be one Rax down. Impale as well. BKBs aplenty. Vacuum into the Darkseer roll. Static Storm is being dropped down, but all those BKBs almost make it worthless. Yim goes down. That's gonna be an RP up on 2, killing off both. And that is... Whoa, Nyx Assassin staying alive actually for a little bit longer. Disruptor not so lucky. Sonic Wave helps cleaning out CTY still, but Yim, he just bought back. And he's almost down again as well. I mean, this is 2 heroes left alive. Aegis gets burned. Nyx Assassin trying to hide, blinks himself away into safety. TPs himself towards the base. Towards his own fountain. From his own base. It's interesting, but he can't do that. And VC. Probably still losing a little bit more than what they were hoping for, but... Still got the Rex. And go bottom lane next. They don't have to back off, going for the tier 3. 3 people on the floor, no Sonic Wave for another 90 seconds. And of course there was a refresher up on the Magnus, as we already saw a glimpse into the kinetic field. Gets 2-2, the Split Earth is there as well. BKB's up once more, 1 dead, 2 dead. 2 to run away. Windrunner and Yim. They are out. I mean, you can keep yourself safe, but you can't keep your base safe, right? GG gets called. It is, of course, the best of 1. We are watching the Red Bull Esports Champions League. Or Red Bull ECL, if you will. This is, of course, a live event. Players are live on the scene. That also means that you're not missing any games, as you know that there are a lot of games planned for today, but they'll all be played after each other. So next up will be IG versus Orange.
Dire's middle tower is
And we'll be having a bit of a break in between again, as the players would, of course, take their time. Nice RP. To switch computers and get their stats ready, get their settings ready, etc. Event is live. And live, I mean online. Offline. Actually, they're sitting in the same room as each other. Basically that. You know what I mean. Anyways, let's jump ourselves out of this game. If you want to support me, you can follow me on twitter.com/ShiverGaming. And of course, you are watching this broadcast on the Beyond the Summit stream. So, brought to you by Beyond the Summit. And we'll be having ourselves game number 3 of today coming up very shortly. So stick around.